I'll give the information, provide the information, and then we take it from there. And you guys know that a lot of hard work goes into ensuring that the information that you guys get is accurate, reliable, and credible. As you know, accuracy, reliability, and credibility, that is exactly what you get on this particular platform. So you can also show your support by, participating by super stickers and also in the super chat as well. That's one way to show your support to the channel. Other ways, is also to ensure that you have some ad space as well prior to the start and also to the end of videos as well. That's another way that you all can get involved as well to show your support to the platform in particular. And I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. I look forward to seeing the comments that you guys will have as well. So without further ado, let's get right into the action. I know that there are some comments that have been coming in, and I will be addressing the comments. But first, I have to big up my brother. Big up, bro. Very, very good. Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Guys, make sure you guys say big up Richie Presto in the comments. All right? Cool. Good stuff. Okay. So let's talk about the revenue first, and then we'll talk about the positivity surrounding the Reggae Boys. Okay. So Scandinavia, as you guys are aware, let me show you a map because many people don't really have a good gist of the leagues and so on. But I want to bring this to your attention because I think it's so critical and so important that we have a discussion in relation to these topics so that you guys can understand where I'm coming from as it relates to the leagues and all of those factors. Okay, so here we go. So right now you should be able to see on your screen Scandinavia, the Nordic nations, and also Western Europe. That is what you should be seeing right now. So look at my mouse. This is Norway. This is Sweden. This is Finland. This is Iceland. Okay? And right here, I'm going to show you. Coach Hallgrimsson was born right here on this island. So Coach Hallgrimsson was born on this island right here. This is where he was born. So he wasn't born here, but he was born right there in that tiny island. Can you imagine? And he's one of the best coaches in the world. So why am I showing you a map of the Nordic Scandinavian countries? Okay. So the Norwegian Top Flight League, the Swedish League, the Finnish League, amongst other leagues in the Nordic areas, their league does not follow the format of the English League, the Spanish League, the French League, the German League, the Italian League, the Dutch League. It's a very different format. Their leagues either starts late March or April and ends in November, whereas the English League, the Spanish League, the French League, the Dutch League, the Italian League starts in late August or September and ends in May. So the way that their league is structured is completely different. So what does that mean? Once their league finishes in November in these countries, it means that December, there's no football. January, February, March, they're really getting into high gear. So what is happening at this point in time? So there are some clubs that are plying their trade right now in the Veikkausliiga. Now, the Veikkausliiga is the top flight of Finnish football. Finnish football, that's in Finland, right? And we've had a number of Jamaicans ply their trade in Finland at VPS, KUPS, and also IFK Mariehamn. Remember, Deva Orgil actually won a title at IFK Mariehamn, right? So what is the point that we're getting at with all of this information? So a lot of these clubs, when it comes to preseason training, it is very, very cold in these areas, December, January, February. So they want to experience preseason training in a warm climate, a warm and a cost-effective sort of climate. Now, you have many options for that. You could come to this part of the world where you have some of the best facilities in the United Arab Emirates. You can come to Dubai. You could go to Abu Dhabi, where you have some fantastic facilities. Qatar, you could go to Doha. You could go to Saudi Arabia. So you have facilities in that part of the world. Or you can make your journey to the Caribbean. And it is a market where preliminary research and investigation is going into facilities within Jamaica and other Caribbean islands. What am I getting at here, folks? What am I getting at? Let's make a long story short. Barbados, a country that has 1/10 of the population of Jamaica. Grenada, less than 100,000 people. What do these two countries have in common? They welcome English cricket clubs to their country, right? And these are small islands in the Eastern Caribbean. They invite English cricket clubs to come. And what happens in that period of time? English cricket clubs come, experience the warm weather, experience using the facilities that are within those countries, and also play warm-up games. And those English clubs look at the talent that is parading their skills in Barbados and in Grenada. No, there's no agreement that says, oh, you have to sign one of our Grenadian talents or you have to sign one of our Bayesian talents. But at least the exposure is there. And at the back of their minds of the English club, they're saying, you know what? Jaffa Archer was all right, you know? Or Chris Jordan, he was all right too. Or Phil Salt, yeah, he was all right. And guess what? All of them have eventually played for England. You see what I'm saying? Another revenue stream. Sports tourism, health tourism, these avenues together are incredibly important. And you can tie them hand in hand. Because when you bring these clubs from Finland, from Sweden, from Norway, even from Iceland, what happens when they come to Jamaica? They will experience the sunshine. They will take part in the amenities. They will be utilizing facilities to train and play games. So even if they settle on the North Coast, they could play Montego Bay United, Mount Pleasant Academy, and other clubs that parade Falmouth United that play within Western Jamaica or on the North Coast. And when that happens, you start to build conversations. You start to build something special. And what is that? Quite simple, folks. Relationships, networking opportunities. And that is something that we cannot brush aside. You know why? Because you say, listen, I'm not asking you to sign Jamoy Topi. But you know what I'm doing? All I'm saying is just look at our talent. Come to our training session, look at our talent. Watch our game today as IFK Mariham takes on Mount Pleasant Academy. Just watch the games. Just watch the games. Give us your thoughts. We get some advice as to the next step. And this in itself is another revenue stream because the clubs will be spending to rent the facilities. They'll be spending to stay in the hotel rooms. They'll be spending on the attractions and the amenities of the country. And hence, more revenue coming into Jamaica and eventually into Jamaican football. So it's something that has been explored for 2024. Something that is being explored for 2024 for Scandinavian and Nordic clubs to look at the Caribbean in terms of opportunities that they could materialize on. Your thoughts, Reggae Boys fans? Let me know your thoughts.